I have taken here about 5 medium sized parvels or pointed gourds, and the first step is to trim off the ends, and I am going to scrape the skin out. If you wish, you can take a vegetable peeler and just peel out the skin, but I don't want to peel the entire skin, so I normally scrape it out so that the thickness of the peel is getting a little less, and it's not going to taste that tough. And now to this parval I am going to give it a lengthwise cut so that it's cut into half, but I am going to keep it still intact. So just one part is cut and the other part is still intact, so that I can take out the inside, the seeds and the pulp. But you need to be very gentle. You can't do this with a spoon, because if you have fresh parval, it splits really quickly. So very gently just take out the pulp along with the seeds, and that's it. You can use this pulp and seed for any other recipe. You can see the other side has also got a little split because it's very fresh. So this one is hollowed out, and the next thing is to marinate it. Now finally all the parval pieces are ready. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and I'm going to give it a good rub, and then I'm going to keep it marinated like this for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to deep fry it. So give it a good rub. Make sure that the inside also gets some of the marination. Yeah, just make sure inside out it's all marinated well. So these are ready. The next step is to deep fry. To deep fry I have heated here about 1 cup of vegetable oil. You can take any refined oil of your choice. And now to this I am adding the marinated parval, and I am going to deep fry it on medium to high heat till it turns nice golden and brown. Finally, as you can see, the parval pieces are nice golden and brown. I am going to take it out, and the next thing is to stuff it. For the stuffing I have here some homemade chena, and this is about half a cup of it, and the fried parval. And do ensure that the chena doesn't have a lot of moisture to it, rather it should be little crumbly and little dry. Now to this chena or cottage cheese I have added 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of red chili powder, and just 1 pinch of garam masala powder. So you can add about quarter teaspoon of each of these 3 ingredients and give the chena a good mix. And now I'm going to fill it in the scooped out parval pieces or pointed gourd. Make sure you're pressing the chena or the stuffing really hard, otherwise it will come out when I'm going to cook it. So stuff it really well. So finally the stuffing is done. The next thing is to make the gravy. For the gravy I have heated here about 2 tablespoons of ghee and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Let it get a little heated up. Now to this I am adding about half a teaspoon of sugar, 1 small stick of cinnamon, 2 cardamoms or green cardamoms a little crushed, and about half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. The seeds are done now. Now to this I am adding about 3 tablespoons of onion paste, and I am going to fry till it turns a little translucent. I have been cooking it for about a minute. Now goes 1 teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste, and I am going to cook it till the raw aroma of ginger and garlic is gone. So give it a stir. Finally ginger and garlic is done. Now to this I am adding tomato paste. This is about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, and I just put a fresh tomato in a blender and blended it to a puree, and that's it. If you have tomato puree you can add it. Now along with the tomato paste I am adding 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, half teaspoon of cumin seed powder, and 1 tablespoon of coriander seed powder, and about half a teaspoon of garam masala powder. And after adding all these ingredients I am going to cook it till the masala dries up a little and it's no more sticking to the pan and oil will start to ooze out. Now you can see oil is oozing out. This masala is quite dry. Now to this I am adding about 3 tablespoons of yogurt. After adding yogurt, give it a good stir. And now to this masala I am adding about a quarter cup of water just to ensure that it doesn't become very dry. Now goes quarter cup of water, and after adding water I am going to give it a stir, and I am going to again cook it till this masala dries up and it's no more sticking to the pan. As you can see, this masala is pretty dry. Now to this I am adding 2 cups of water. Now give it a good stir and let the masala get completely mixed up with water. Now finally I have seasoned it with some salt. Now bring it to a boil. Once it's coming to a boil, I am going to add the stuffed parval pieces, and then I am going to reduce the heat to low, cover the lid and let it cook on low heat for about 10 minutes. Now goes the lid. After 10 minutes, open the lid. You can see here the parval is well done and oil is floating on top. Give it a very gentle stir. The next thing is to add some cream. This is about quarter cup of fresh cream. And after adding cream, I am going to give it a very gentle stir because the parval pieces are very soft. So if you give it a vigorous stir, you are going to bring the filling out. So this is well mixed. So I am going to serve it now. For serving, this is my favorite style. I just arrange it lengthwise, the parval pieces, and then I just pour in the gravy. I love to eat the parval pieces whole. So this is how I serve it, but you can serve it in any way you wish. Finally, a teaspoon of cream on top, and that's it. This is ready to serve. Paneer stuffed parval curry is ready. It not only looks fancy, but it tastes even fancier. You have a very delicious paneer stuffing inside, and then you have a even more delicious gravy. This recipe goes really well with any kind of Indian bread, but you can serve it with some steamed rice as well. So do try this very fancy and very delicious paneer stuffed parval dish and share your comments and your suggestions. We will meet next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Till then, bye bye.